Another shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Another shot is gonna hit you with a mind overloaded. The bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Another everything we say is just our opinion. But then again, it might be the alcohol talking. It might be the alcohol talking. Let's go.
Welcome to another Shot Podcast, where our opinions might be real, or it could just be the liquor talking. Sit back and enjoy another shot.
Oh, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Shot Sunday night weekend hangover. No, I'm not singing because I'm happy. I'm just feeling stupid right now. It's been a whirlwind this week, trying to get stuff in order, trying to get stuff finished up, trying to get stuff done. Can't say it anymore. It's just been one crazy week, culminated by a drama-filled weekend, I guess you could say. So yours truly is going to be a sipping man tonight, for the time being, and then later on down the road, I promise you we will be getting into some of the Halloween stuff, and I just kind of don't understand people, you know. The week was actually turning out to be rather nice, relaxing, enjoyable, you know. And I got to attend the first ever company, my first company picnic. And as I've said before, me and my friend Hooper were actually in the tire competition. They call it the tire rodeo, and to which we took 8 out of 17. So, I mean, it wasn't bad. It really wasn't bad. But I can go back and tell you where things went sideways. Hooper, if you're watching this, brother, it wasn't you. It was my first competition. I still haven't gotten my legs underneath me yet on it. But I can't complain, honestly. We held the third place spot for quite a while. And then it just... What's neat about the whole thing was everybody was like learning as they went. You know, they were paying attention to where people were messing up, and, you know, a lot of people were adjusting on the fly. So, yeah. That part was fun. Up until, you know, those of you that know me, before we get into that, let's go ahead and drop the link and let's see how many people would like to join us tonight. Because I could use some good conversation. Everybody that knows me knows I love the joke. I can I can dish it out. I can take it. I like to have a good time. I like to laugh. Always trying to find that good time. But I remember the days back when, I kind of had to push it a little bit. I think we were talking about this not long ago. That person that if you show them the button to push, they're gonna break their finger off. And I don't think I've ever been so bad that within give it 30 seconds of meeting somebody, I mean, I was ready just to. Yours truly did keep us cool at first. I did turn that other cheek. But as I've said multiple times, I mean, there's times there, even when somebody gets physical, there's times just to kind of walk away. Are they drunk? Are they stupid? Are they in a bad place? Then there's the ones that, the ones that finally piss me off, where I can't stand them touching me, are the ones that they're just straight up looking for it. And that's what happened to me yesterday, and it had to happen. I don't know, in a place that was, as I said before, not a good time nor place to have this type of incident going on. And I don't like, contrary to what a lot of people think, I don't like to fight. I don't like to argue. I don't. I'm going to stand my ground, but I mean, I just can't. I never could be that person. I was actually really good friends with somebody that loved to do it. He would instigate just to instigate. I don't know how many times we would go to the bar. I watched him one time. It was just completely unprovoked. I've never seen something more inappropriate. We were going in, and somebody was coming out, and for no reason whatsoever, but just to do it, he yoked this kid up by the front of his shirt and had him pinned up against the wall. And all he kept saying was, I'm going through the store first. And it's just kind of like, and then he turns around and he looks at me and another friend, which I will not name. You guys got me on this one? Got my back? For what? Why? I've never understood why he had to, it's the short man thing. Because he at the time, if he was a $110, I'll be impressed. And that would be soaking wet. The only thing I can give him is I can honestly say, and I've seen it, he can take a punch. And that's not exactly a good thing that I see that, because trust me, his antics have got him into trouble on more than one occasion. I never could do that. I never could be that guy. So, enough on that shit. So the Pirates came, they went. Season ended. I didn't get a phone call this morning saying, hey, we weren't going. It's a good thing I slept through my alarm. Just throwing it out there.
You told me you said you weren't going.
And at what point did I ever say that? I wonder. Blue. Now he's got my attention. I have to go back and see now because he was messaging me last night. Last thing I got from him was, if you want to go tomorrow to game, I want to be here. I want to be on the road by 10. Starts at 1:30, no later than 10:30. That was yesterday. So I mean, I remember when you messaged me. Let's see, last thing I got from him, and nope, night saying here. Other than that, yeah. Must be Sunday, right? You know what? At the end of the day, though, I mean, the main reason I wanted to go was I wanted to see McCutcheon play. Well, when I looked it up yesterday, it was showing that he wasn't going to be playing. Then Blue said that, yeah, he was in the lineup. I went, well, that's news. I don't know. Again, guys, that's where the communication comes into play. I don't know. I'm looking up, trying to figure out where. Believe it or not, hey, yours truly had one beer yesterday. Yes, somebody did sneak it in, and after the competition, I had one. That's all I drank all weekend. I don't know. You know, a bartender that doesn't have to drink all the time. Crazy. You know, how about we get onto the positive now? We need our boy Dan. I'm going to message him real quick. Have you started reading the book? I did.
Hey, Gary.
TV3, what's going on, brother? Let me go ahead and throw him out a quick message just to let him know, hey, we're going to review you. Well, I'm going to, you know, I always try to, if I tell somebody I'm going to do it, I always try to make sure I go through with it. And, you know, he did an awesome job with the logo. He took everything and just kind of fine-toothed it. Say something.
Came in yesterday.
What?
No, was that Friday?
Friday.
Friday.
So I started Friday night reading it. But I've actually been excited. Let me step around here because I promised him I was going to do this. We, as you know, we do two different shows right now because StreamYard and TikTok don't like each other. Don't know why. Actually, TikTok doesn't like a lot of other streaming services. I think they get along with Twitter. That's about it, or X. So, Kitty Cat did the Lord's work. We kept our word, and would you like to zoom in on this Kitty Cat? We actually went ahead and we finally ordered the book. So, Dan, whenever you come on, as you can see, boy, it is not lighting up well. It is called Universal Chronicles Extermination, novel by Dan Lee, and everybody on the back. Yes, he had to do it. And he's not wearing a bow tie. So if you guys, I'm sure you'll see him on here at some point. He's actually been on quite a few times. I've never fully gotten into science fiction. But I think in this particular case, it's kind of cool that, you know, we made a friend with somebody, and it's not just one book that he's got published. He's got a contract, he's got a whole deal, a 9-book series. So honestly, I mean, I did start reading it, and then I have an 11-year-old that just, for whatever reason, needed the attention at night. So I sat down and started watching the scary movies with her again. 3 nights in a row of Annabelle coming home. I pretty much know this by heart, that movie by heart. I can almost quote it word for word. But I did get started on it, and it was enough to kind of grab the attention just a little bit. So it's not a very long book, guys. You can get it. You got it on Amazon, didn't you?
Yes.
How much was it? Of course, it wouldn't have the price on the back. It wasn't that much. I can tell you that. You can get it soft, soft or hardback. GB, I mean, if you when you're out and about running around, you might be able to give you something to read. I don't know how you are in sci-fi books, brother. But personally, I mean, the only thing I'm going to say so far, I'm only 9 pages in. It's going exactly as I kind of expected it to go. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to really getting into it. Not a lot of pages, guys. Real easy read. Again, you can find it on Amazon. It's Universal Chronicles Extermination. Just look up Dan Lee, which kind of rhymes with Stan Lee. I think maybe there's a coincidence. It makes me wonder. Some authors will change their name and go, what do they call that? Pen name? So it dawned on me the one day, how Dan Lee sounds just like Stan Lee. I think it might have been an inside joke. If he was on here, it'd be a question to ask him. And why, oh why, did he not wear the bow tie on the back? He's got the man meat hanging out of the top of the shirt. He's got it unbuttoned partially. I mean, it's just the picture. Dan, love you to death, brother. You know you're my boy. That is an unlike you picture. How is it, Arliss? How's things going, brother? How's everybody recovering after the bar crawl yesterday? Kitty Cat is, of course, I haven't had much of a chance to talk to her, but Mom's been kind of the word. And 2 quick shout outs. Shout out to our good friend Michael Copenhaver, who tied the knot yesterday. Cat's, she's got that grin on her face. She's nodding her head. Was there more than a knot tied?
No, you got my rentals today, and Michael.
Michael was Michael. And of course, I want to do another quick shout out. Coincidentally, both these weddings I was supposed to be. But a quick shout out to my friends Sven and Greg. Congratulations on them yesterday as well. I'm noticing more and more people are kind of stemming away from like summertime weddings, because my busiest time is right before summer kicks in or fall, right when the weather's starting to break.
Fall's a beautiful time to get married. All the beautiful colors. The weather's not too hot, not too cold.
I bought one in November. Miss Miss Rachel and Tyler are tying the knot. Arlen says he's doing okay. Good deal, brother. I was hoping to get out early enough yesterday to still make that trip. But unfortunately, Sarah wasn't feeling it afterwards. She had done enough walking around. She was also tired. We had Kaylin. And I think the bar group, we need pictures. I'm interested, though. That was a special thing for Arliss and the Outlaws yesterday, the Southern Outlaw Band. So, Pat, you actually got to go. So, clue me in here. What did I miss? Unless Arliss wants to click that link up there, join in, and share in the festivities. GB, if you're still on here, man, feel free. I love good conversation. It's a JMO night. I mixed regular with a triple, which round. So how was it, kitty cat? What I miss? Would I fit right in?
All right. Lou and I just made it to the Cove. We saw their performance, and they never disappoint. I mean, you know, 2 hour drive for an hour long show was still worth it. Never disappoint.
On top of the fact you were at Geneva on the lake, so I mean, there's always something that I've noticed. There's plenty to do there, and you're on the lake, so it's not like you could, of course, with it being nighttime, big black expanse of nothingness.
It was cold. But being on the water, the wind, everything else. Yeah, I'm always,
It's Lake Erie. The only thing I don't like about that particular area, a lot of it is Pebble Beach. So the last time when I got, when I went, I forgot my sandals, so I was trying to get out there and walk around. It was just, I mean, it shouldn't take you 10 minutes to walk the lake because you got to like tiptoe across the sand. Then you run across the shells and the broken, everything else is broken rocks. Now just they're not the nicest beaches. Of course, they say Lake Erie is not the nicest lake either. Other than that, you're kind of just we hung out with the crew and that was about it. No fun anecdotes, no stories.
No, I mean,
Feed me more.
really, I mean, when I weren't there that long.
What's going on, Maddie?
We got there about a half hour before they were going on. Long enough to talk to everybody for a few minutes before they started getting ready to go on. We were there for I got to sit while they were packing everything up and babysit purses
Uh-oh.
so they didn't walk off. I offered to help tear down. Nobody would let me.
Sweetie, you see me when I'm trying to like tear down DJ stuff. Imagine, I've tried to help other bands before. It wasn't until I became a full-fledged roadie that I finally got to put hands on equipment. They're very particular.
But they also know me and they know,
But
it's fine. Got information that I was supposed to be told information last week and wasn't informed of. So I was filled in more. And Blue, when I left from there, they were going to go down to the next stop on the crawl and hang out. Blue and I left and headed over to Warren to the underground lounge for the after party of Michael's wedding and reception. We got to meet a lot of people there. A good portion of yesterday was I was exhausted. I had been up since 7 o'clock Friday morning and didn't get to my bed until 3 o'clock this morning. So
Well, to be fair, by the way, Maddie, yeah, the last thing I just got done eating myself. I'm not. The last thing I'm thinking about right now is food.
I haven't eaten.
Yes, I know what information you are referring to, young lady, but due to the subject matter, it's more appropriate to hear it from somebody else, like the source, instead of hearing it from me. And I do not. That one being as personal as it is, that'd be like you telling me something, and then me jumping right out and telling you, or anybody for that matter.
It was even said yesterday. Well, I figured he would tell you. No, he didn't. So
No, um, if you do remember, I hinted about some information that I had gotten sometime down the road. I'm sure we'll feel like discussing. You know, that's my first meal of the day. Why? Sarah does that same stuff. You do that same stuff. Now, I do that sometimes, but only when I'm like, I'm working.
yeah, again, I haven't eaten all day. It's not a couple of little greasy pieces I just popped in.
Hey, we got some extra chicken wings and pizza inside.
Uh,
Besides, it wasn't mine. You know, it wasn't mine to tell. Like I said in the messages. Which is something else that, it's funny that I would get that information at the same exact time that I would get other information. And somebody else said it wasn't mine to tell. Inside talking is one thing. Like I was to tell Sarah, if I told her something like that, I still would feel. I didn't even tell Sarah. Let me put it that way. I kept the whole thing hushed up because what if it had gone sideways and it was something that didn't you know it wasn't supposed to really be getting out, which has happened before, and I get the whole I said that to you in confidentiality. But I will say when well, I'll leave it alone. It's all said and done. Uh, so outside of today, though, I mean, the festivities are pretty well kind of slowing up for the rest of the year, if I'm not mistaken. We really got nothing else. Yay, nay? Am I missing something? I'm forgetting something. Other than, trust me, there was a lot of conversation yesterday about a certain ticket that got blown out of the water in game one. It wouldn't have mattered because today was abysmal. Welcome to the world of sports. And I'm sure we're going to hear somebody say, oh, it's all rigged anyways. But it's like the old saying goes, any given Sunday. All I know is our boys, had it not been for 5 turnovers, our boys would have lost today too. So I mean, Steve's guys got, they won by blocking a field goal and running back for a touchdown at the very end of the game. It's like we were talking about Friday, when you do stuff like this, it doesn't matter if it's 2 teams or 200. Game 1 should have been a no-brainer. And yeah. That's why I think Steve was joking around. I don't know. He said something about we need to go ahead and pick about 4 or 5 teams that are on the ban list. Doesn't matter how good the idea is to put them on there. We're just not going to bet on them anymore. But the lesson is there is no such thing as a sure thing. And our streak came to a crashing end yesterday. But it's still fun. I mean, that's the point of it. Let's go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, let's delve into that just a little bit. So, dealer's choice. I don't know what we got up there anymore. Know this much. We need to really start need to expand. Aha. Yeah, Delta Circle. That works for me. This is Delta Circle holding a beer. Guys, we'll be right back.
I lost myself today, never to be found. Remnants of my yesterdays, fighting to be heard. I lost myself today. Echoes of what we both said, holding me down, holding me back. Chains of all my regrets, linked to every word, and the echoes of what we both said. Leaving Georgia in a pine box would have been instead of watching the sunset on the end of his pier, knowing that he's holding you tonight while I'm holding a beer. Memories of what used to be, crowding my thoughts, killing my dreams. Letters from a past life stop me on a dime, with memories of what used to be. Leaving Georgia in a pine box would have been easier. Instead I'm watching the sunset on the end of this pier, knowing that he's holding you tonight while I'm holding a beer. Instead, I'm watching the sunset on the end of this pier, knowing that he's holding you tonight while I'm holding a beer.
Welcome back, guys. If you are just joining us, it's our Sunday night weekend hangover. Maddie, I hope everybody's still sticking around. Guys, we are going to post the link again. Feel free to come on and talk. Tell us how your weekend went, or bring us up a conversation. So for you guys that I don't know how many of your sports fans you guys follow us on Thursday nights. We do a sports night. How long that's going to last, it might just be the duration of the football season. Time will tell, but we're having fun right now. We picked up right where we left off last year. What's up?
I found another blue.
Another blue?
Another person like blue that just knows a gazillion pieces of information when it comes to sports.
I can sit down and give you stats about yesteryear. Not a fan of today's.
Oh no, he can do yesteryear and today's.
But well, he's more than welcome. I hope he comes on Thursday night then. I mean, the more the merrier. One of the things we do, we had fun with it last year, and we just carried it over. We do two different competitions. The main one is to see which one of us could pick the most right, the most correct each week. And at the end of the year, I don't know, we said it last year and we didn't do it. I don't know, we kind of toyed around with the idea of wanting to do a prize this year, kind of our own little grand champion. But the other thing we do is we do a parlay ticket. We do sports betting. It's as simple as it gets. We all vote, and every team that we are unanimous on, we put on a parlay ticket. And if we hit, cool. If we don't, we lament the next time, and here's the next week. At least that's what I thought. I never fully wanted to get into sports gambling because I do end up I do have a bit of an addictive personality. And seeing as how we have a few people that they want to change the game, they want to change the rules, they want to do this, they want to do that, we should do this way, we shouldn't do that, it's just for the fun of it. It's like none of us are expecting to get rich over it. If we were to take it serious, I mean, we'd start playing like, okay, specific players on specific teams are going to make X amount of touchdowns. We're going to play the over-under, not just straight, the way we play it right now is just win-loss. And we've done good. Now we're to the point of free money. Everything is, it's not coming out of our pocket now. We nailed it the first 2 weeks. And not only were we able to pay off the entire month or the entire season, we ended up with money in our pocket last week. But yeah, each week, the bets have gotten a little bigger. We're getting a little more into it. But now people are starting to take it way too serious. We don't have to. It's not that part of it's not a business. It's just supposed to be just for fun. Just a little side bets. A little here, little there. Now this last one was a monster. See, when you only put, the more money you bet, that's That's where the big payouts are, but that's when you want the small, you're a little choosier on what you put on your ticket. You're a little more selective. At the end of the day, guys, is $20 going on the ticket. So that's where you want more games, more teams. The higher the higher the count, or as they call it, legs, the more money you make. But it also raises the risk of the risk of losing a little greater. I've tried to say before, this show when we originally started it was just us sitting down and literally just bullshit, whatever came to mind. Minus one or two things that kind of divided things. We learned fairly quickly what to talk about, what not to talk about. There's only two things. We avoid as much as possible talking about politics. And then the other one, we dabble at best. We might, just barely stick the pinky toe in the water. Religion. We try to avoid the stuff that's going to divide the room. Is the best way to put it. Something that, two things that are 100% going to cause conflict. That's, I don't mind talking personal stuff. I don't mind talking, because, I use this show as a vent. I get to let loose on here. I get to have fun. I meet new people. I get others, their point of views on certain things. I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That doesn't mean I'm not going to argue certain points, but I normally don't argue unless I've got facts to back it. One second, folks. Oh.
Yeah, my mic was working outside.
Oh, and that's the thing. If you're going to debate somebody, if you're going to, go armed. Trust me. If you're going to make a statement, at least have something to back it. There's nothing worse than trying to have a conversation, a debate, hell, even, God forbid, an argument with somebody that you could tell them 1 + 1 = 2, and they'll say, no, you didn't factor in this, you didn't factor in that. Hey, the sky was blue today. No, that's not exactly blue. That's more of a. Oh, I don't know if I need to be the one having a, tiny glass, we'll call it. But when it comes to parlay, there's still that aspect of everything where it's, you got to have fun. And that's exactly what, the whole sports betting was. If we put money in our pocket, cool. Is there the excitement? Oh, yeah. We were almost 100%. We were getting ready to go 3 weeks in a row. And look what happened. Guys, this is what happened. You win, you lose. It's called gambling. It doesn't matter what you do. And this is why I try to tell people, it doesn't matter if it's 2 teams or 200. We literally went out the very first game yesterday.
Well, it also comes down to, if you're only doing two games, the odds of you winning that are greater than if you do 13 games.
And I said that just a second ago. The more, with what we do at $20.
Again, it was still money that didn't come out of our pocket.
Exactly. We nailed it.
It was free money.
And it's going to be that way the rest of the season. So, we've actually been gifted the opportunity to go big or go home.
So, yeah, learn.
We did very well. And I mean, that's not to say, and you've seen it even last year. We had tickets that were just only 18. We've had them that were just 16. You know, there were times where we didn't hardly agree at all. All it takes is that one. It doesn't matter if you look how many times our boy 6'9's come in and said, I needed that touchdown. You know, I had 2 touchdowns on a person and he only got me 1. Or he didn't give me none. You know, it doesn't matter how you try and twist it. It's gambling, guys. All it takes is that one loss. So sit back and enjoy the ride. I mean, it's not like we're putting $100 on a ticket. That'd be one thing. If we had like $100 on there, then I'd be all for, yeah, fuck all that. You know, we're not doing like 13, 14, you know, we're gonna do 2 or 3. But then I'm gonna be sweating even more because, and on top of that, most of the games that we agree on are not there's no value in them usually. That's why you have to go those extra legs. We usually agree on what should be the sure things. But in sports, there is no such thing. So again, don't quit taking stuff so serious. How many hit last year? This for us was our first time actually having any success, and it's been fun. Like I said, I mean, you've seen how today's games went. Jesus Christ. I mean, would you, as a betting man, put any money you want in Cleveland to beat Green Bay? Cleveland is bar none one of the worst teams. Better yet, did I not see Carolina win today? Again. Another, right up there with one of the worst teams in the league. Any given Sunday, brother and sisters. Any given Sunday. So, like I said, just sit back, enjoy the ride. That doesn't mean you need to specifically, or intentionally change a pick just because you don't want it to go on there. It's like I said before, you don't have to, we don't have to put it on there. I mean, if it's not going to bring us any value whatsoever, and it could potentially hurt us, yeah, keep it off there. I said that how many times the other night? We don't have to put a ball on there. It's just something we're used to doing. We run with it. Go big or go home. We have that opportunity now. That is fucking amazing. That would go good with the other one. That is a nice little price tag on that too. You know what the fun part is? I broke that. I wasn't even drunk that night. It literally slipped out of my damn hand. By the way, Bobby, man, anytime you want, bro, I'd love to have you right there, good sir. Trust me, today was a big letdown in the world of sports. And even you have to admit, if it wasn't for 5 turnovers, our boys would not have won. I love it. Oh, good. Even better price tag. No, everybody knows me as being a very high-strung person, but I've been trying very, very hard to not be so serious about everything. I try to put a positive spin on it. I will someday soon with the boys sports. Gotcha, brother. All good. I try to put the positive spin on everything. There's always a silver lining. Aw, look at you. Showing a little bit of skin there, are you? Guys, if you get a free chance, check out, what is that website? Do I see Sensi? Hang on. I'm going to do a quick shout out for somebody. My producer slash good friend slash sister at this point. On a side note, as a side fling, she sells Sensi's, which is wax warmers. I personally like the shit. I really did. She hooked me and Steve up last year with these awesome, warmers. And trust me, when you're in a garage like this, when you this studio, yeah, you want something that's going to help kind of break it up because no matter what we do, the smell of sweat, the smell of stale smoke, drinks, whatever. So every little bit helps. And trust me, these things that she got us last year were absolutely incredible. And then my dumbass had to go and break the bowl that holds the warmers. So what is the website, girl? Sensi Fragrance .com?
No, my personal website is katrinasense. Yeah.
Plug it, girl. Come on.
I'm not good at that part.
Well, then I'll put it in the damn link tree. Guys, when you click that bio, you'll see, and it says link tree right there. Click on it, and we'll put it in there. And I think we've grown enough that people are really going to be interested.
My personal website is https://Katrina CATRINASCENTS.sensi.us.
Again, I'm going to put that in the link tree, guys. They make awesome gifts. I mean, we all have grandparents. We all have, families. I'll tell you right now, Hooper, he's a big fan of Yankee Candles. I just found this out the other day. So he's all about getting in there. But before we end tonight, Kitty Cat, what do we got on our Halloween drink list? Let's go ahead and pick one out before we go. Is this counting down quickly? We got some catching up to do.
Do you want a cocktail or do you want a small?
Let's do a small one. What did he say? I called.
Yeah, he called me and texted me.
Okay.
Surprised me. All I can say, surprised me. It's something.
Oh, I'm excited. Wait till Christmas happens. Oh, pumpkin pie. Spiced rum, pumpkin liqueur, Irish cream, whipped cream, and cinnamon for garnish. If I'm not mistaken, we did get a pumpkin something, didn't we? Drawer. Is it down in the drawer? Aha! Spiced rum. We don't have Irish cream. We got something better. Do we? I want some bourbon cream. And says we're going to do the whipped cream on top, and then we have to garnish it with some cinnamon. We don't have to, but we're going to. So, we're not going to because I don't feel like digging right now. We're running low on time. This, folks, is the pumpkin pie. So let us start off with a little bit of spice. Makes everything nice. There's that. Onto the Pennsylvania Dutch pumpkin liqueur. Oh, there we go. Kitty cat, if you had something in your stomach, I would gladly make you one because you know you're probably going to like this one. Our Buffalo Trace bourbon cream. Straight to the top. Give that bad boy a little stir, folks. And of course, what is pumpkin pie without, say, the whipped cream on top? Oh. She heard it. And that, folks, is the pumpkin pie shot. Cheers. The whipped cream blocked it. Literally, it blocked it. Let's try this again without the mess. All right, so I'm not gonna lie. I think a little less on the rum. A little more pumpkin. Definitely needs a little more pumpkin liqueur. But all in all, guys, that's a fun one. That's a good one. I know that'd be really hard to make for like a bunch of people. And if you're gonna shake it, you don't want to put that one on ice. But at the end of the day, I like it. On that note, guys, I think we've hit that time of the night. Make sure you check us out Monday night for our Monday night bartender. We got our Wednesday night open bar. Thursday Thoughts and Shots, our sports edition. Man, it's really starting to heat up. There's going to be a lot of conversation over this last weekend, and there's going to be some serious hits on the list. I already got yesterday's stats. Congratulations, Blue. Apparently, the rest of us tied. Hey, so I mean, again, you win some, you lose some. Of course, guys, we've got our Sunday night weekend hangover. For all you guys that are on TikTok, we're getting ready to head over there any minute now. So feel free to come over. We'll keep this party going. I don't know. I need to be thinking about some music ahead of time. Just I'm like right there, living and loving. Let me go ahead and get the actual, well, some of these cool little tiny glasses. Let's go ahead and use these. Again, congratulations, our boy Michael and Greg and Savannah. It was a weekend of matrimony. And here's to you guys and your health. Always remember, though, everything we say on this show, it is just our opinion. But then again, beautiful. Guys, thanks for popping in. We'll catch you later.
Thank you for stopping in and listening to the Another Shot podcast. We shared some drinks, stories, and laughs. But it's time to say goodnight. Join us next time on Another Shot podcast.
If you're looking for a party, then man, have you found it? Now the shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Now the shot is gonna hit you with the mind overloaded. The bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Just remember, everything we say is just